Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to talk about the monthly flying stars outlook for the water pig month, the Kui Hai month, which will start on November 8th and go all the way to December 6th this year. So this month is actually quite a special month because as you will see, there are quite a lot of combinations between a month and a year stars. So we've got a few Luoshu combinations, we've got a few Hetu combinations. So it's quite a cool chart. And there's a lot that we can make with this chart or do with this chart, not just by focusing on the monthly stars. However, we will start by just looking primarily first at the monthly stars, and then we're moving to the combinations. Now, for those who are completely new, who've never seen this before, don't know how to use this or what I'm talking about, this is really fairly straightforward. All you need to do is stand in the center of your home, hold out a compass and check where all these directions are, and then you can just follow my guidance and see what sector is best for which activity during this particular month. There's no magic trick to it. This is really as simple as it is. All right, so let's have a look. Now, if we're just focusing on the positive sectors or on the positive sort of monthly stars, then the most obvious ones would be the west, the northwest, and the north. So the monthly star number one flies into the West Palace. So the star one is usually considered a nobleman star. It's one that helps us connect with people. It's one that can help us find much needed help among our circle of friends or our industry, our professional network. Just connecting with people is really, really easy with this particular energy. So if you are working from home and you need to reach out to people and maybe start working on collaborations, then you can do this in the West sector. Now, it's also a good sector for students. So if you need to brush up on a study topic and just be really focused on a particular subject matter, you can also do this in the West sector, specifically because we do have this 6-1 combination, which is actually really, really good for academic pursuits as well. So you can put your children there if they are always distracted when it comes to homework, and that will definitely help them in this particular sector. Now, we then also have the Northwest sector with the monthly number 9. And I know we do have the annual number 5 here. So we got to be a little bit careful. While you are using the Northwest sector this month, make sure that you don't activate it with water. Don't activate it with fire. Don't shift furniture around. But you can definitely locate yourself there and work there. The number 9, a monthly star, is one that brings happiness, it brings celebrations, it can help with a promotion. Yeah, so if you are looking to advance in your career, you can definitely do so in the Northwest sector and work towards it. It's also a good month if should this be your master bedroom, then especially among couples, you will experience a lot of happy times, much more intimacy in this particular month. So just generally, this is a good sector. And also, let's say if you've been having a bit of a tough year and you're a little bit down, maybe a little bit depressed, not really feeling up to your peak performance, you can also just spend more time in the Northwest sector because the number 9 is a star that gives you hope and makes you feel more optimistic about the future. And then here we've got the number 4. So in the north, we've got the number 4, which is both the academic star, but it's also the peach blossom star. So you can use this for several different things. So as the name implies, the academic star will help you learn and study. So just in case the West sector is not available for you to study or for your children to study in, you can also do so in the north. And it will enable you to process new knowledge faster and to pick up a new skill set much easier than it would otherwise be the case. Now, if you're single and you are looking, you can also do all related activities in the north sector because the number 4 is the monthly peach blossom star. So if you're just doing if you're doing the whole online dating game, you can do that in the north. Yeah, so swipe or update your profile or whatever it is that it takes, do that in the north. Or you can just sit in the north and then maybe send a message to your crush and ask them out, or give them a quick phone call while you are sitting in the north. That will also help. Now, one sector that is okay, it may not be the best one, but it's okay, is the east sector with the number 6. So this one is brings career-related energies. So if you would like to work on your career progression, maybe you want to change jobs and you need to brush up your resume, your CV, or maybe you're taking interviews, and you can do them over Zoom, then it would be best if you sit in the east sector and do all of these related activities in the east. Now, the sectors we need to be a bit careful of. The first one is the southeast, where we have a bit of it's not too negative, this energy. I mean, I wouldn't be too scared of it. It's just be a bit careful if you put candles in this sector, because it can bring an increased fire risk. And also make sure that if you happen to work in the southeast sector of your home or your office, you may be a little bit more susceptible to scams or to believing all the lies that are out there. So try to be a bit more discerning. And if there's something that sounds way too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Yeah, so be a bit careful with what you believe. The number 2 in the northeast, that is the illness sector of the month. So for those who are already suffering from maybe a chronic issue or poor health in general, maybe you're just really tired all the time, quite exhausted, that may not be the best sector to put yourself in or to even sleep in, because it may amplify the issues. Now, it's also a sector where we usually say pregnant women shouldn't be sleeping here. If you're past the first trimester, it's probably okay, but in the first trimester is not ideal. And small infants and elderly people who do have health issues should also try to avoid this sector. Now, if you are a business owner, you can work in the northeast sector, because the number 2 is also an energy that brings increased ability to accumulate assets. So that's obviously good for business owners. The side effect may be that you may fall ill in November, but it's nothing serious usually. Now, the south here, we've got the number 3 argument star. As the name implies, it brings an increased risk of arguments, disagreements, maybe even legal issues. So I would say if you have to sign any sort of important documents, legal agreements, don't do that in the south sector of your home or your office. And make sure that in general, if you do spend a lot of time in the south, just stick to the rules this month. Yeah, because there's a high chance that you're just going to get into arguments this month, needless arguments with people, and you don't want them to escalate to the point where, yes, indeed, they may bring legal problems. So just be a little bit careful, watch your tongue, and watch how you say what you have to say. And then lastly here, we've got the number 5 in the southwest. So this is what we call the calamity star. One of the stars that is associated with the most unfortunate or challenging energies. I would say not to be afraid of this too much, unless you are doing a lot of hammering and drilling and sort of like moving around furniture in the southwest sector, then it's definitely not a good sector. Try to avoid that in the southwest. And if you have no other choice, but maybe your desk is in the southwest sector of your home or your office, it's okay. Yeah, don't worry too much. Just don't make any life-changing or critical decisions during this month. Maybe postpone this until the next month. All right. Now, let's have a look at what we can actually see in terms of the combinations, because as I mentioned, this is quite an interesting month. So generally speaking, here in the southeast, we've got the 7-3 Luoshu combination of 10. And whenever we see a Luoshu combination, it always means that two things come together, partnerships can happen. So this is generally a very, very good thing. If you are spending a lot of time in the southeast, maybe plan to work on partnerships, plan to work on bringing people together. You're likely going to succeed, but you have to take a really proactive approach to this. And then we've got the rest of the combinations that we have here are all Ge2 combinations. So we've got the 3 and the 8 in the south. That's a Ge2 combination. That's the wood combination here. Then in the west, we've got the Ge2 water combination. In the north, we've got the Ge2 metal combination. And in the northeast, we've got the Ge2 fire combination. So again, whenever we have a combination, it's a great sector for transformation. It's a great sector to advance to the next level. It's a great sector to work on partnerships and relationships, or bringing people together. The Ge2 combinations are a little bit more passive than the Luoshu combinations, but nevertheless, they are all very, very positive. So even though maybe in the south sector, you have the monthly number 3, which could bring arguments. Overall, the sector has much more positive energies than negative ones, So I wouldn't worry too much about this. Same with the northeast. The northeast sector with the monthly number 2 illness star, due to the fact that you also at the same time have a Ge2 fire combination here, this actually makes this a good sector. But definitely the best ones are the west sector and the north sector, where you not only have very positive monthly stars, you also have positive annual stars, and you have these combinations. So these sectors are actually quite good for any activation. Now, if you know a little bit about feng shui, the west sector, due to the 3 killings in 2023, may not be the best for an activation, but if you put a water feature there for like 2 hours, that would activate this 1-6 water combination and can help you transform, can help you reach breakthroughs in life, provided you take the appropriate action. And the same in the north sector, which is generally very positive as it is. And it can definitely also kickstart some sort of, relationship energies. So again, if you can't place yourself personally there and absorb the qi that is in the sector, you can activate it very, very quickly, short term only, with a water feature, maybe 2 hours minimum, 2 hours maximum, till the end of the day. Yes, if you know date selection, you can choose an auspicious date. Otherwise, just choose any date that works for you and just put a water feature there. All right. So I hope this helped you guys. I hope you make the best of this monthly chart, which is really, as I said, quite interesting. Now, if you do have any questions, any comments, please put them in the comment section below, or contact me via email. My email address is in the description to this video. And as always, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. I'd really like to get the word out, and it would really help me out if you help me promote this channel. All right, see you guys soon.